Assalamu alaikum and welcome to a new video in the Diwali Jelly script. In today's video we are going to talk about letters Ain and Ghain. And for the Ain and Ghain we will start as usual with the singular one, and for this one we are going to put 5 points as the following. We are going to put 3 points next to each other, and those will be related to the first the upper side of the Ain letter. Then next to those we are going to put 2 dots, and those would be let's say an idea or a limit for the lower side of the letter Ain. So in letter Ain we start with the first move, which is going down this way. This is the first move. Then after that we go back just like this. Now here we have 2 shapes. We've got the first one that goes down just like the hat, or the other one that goes down, up and back. So these are the body itself is just like the letter hat, but here we've got in the Ain a head that comes up here, which is 1 point far from the beginning of the move. So these are the moves: 1, then 2, which has 2 shapes of it. You could choose either, and 3 would be the upper edge of the Ain, the head of the Ain. So let's start with the first move. You go down in a nice curve to the left, then you start curving back, just like this. Now down here you have, as we said, 2 options. You would either go down, rotate and come back with this shape, or you could just do just like the hat letter. Now with regards to the upper side of it, this head shape, we move on to we change to the smaller pen. As we said before, with regards to this script we need 2 pens. One is third the size of the other, and starting from this edge we go up just like this, then we come back just like this. Now this head shape could be sort of sharp, just like the hat. We said we have several shapes for that. Could be sharp like this one, or it could be smooth and circular, just like this. And the body would be coming from down here. So let's do the other shape of the Ain. And with regards to the body itself, you could, because sometimes it's a bit hard to write it and it could get really bigger than you wanted it to be. So what you will have to do is basically start with this move, go to the left, then curve back. It doesn't have to be huge. Now here I'm going to use the other shape, which is basically going down for 1 point, then rotating up for 2 points. So this curve on the right is higher from the one on the left. Then I will come back, which we talked about. You could have it sort of going up this way, or you could basically have it down like this. So we talked about this in the hat letter. By now you should have it on your notes. So as we said, here you leave 1 point from the edge, and that would be the point where you're going to start your head movement, just like this, and this would be for 2 points, and the body by itself would be 2 points far from this head. So this is how to write Ain by itself, a single Ain. Now when we connect Ain at the beginning of a word, it's the same thing, but you're going to use this move just like a bat letter. You go up and down, and we're going to stop here. You leave this 1 point again, and from here you're going to make your head shape. Then you leave 1 point after the Ain, and you could go up with an alif as usual. Now point out the drop for the Ain letter. It's a bit longer than the ba, but it's a similar shape to it. Now again, with regards to the neck here, make sure that you have good space under the back of the Ain. So this is important because some people think that it has to be shallow. If it was shallow, it would look like a hat basically. So this is the ayn at the beginning of a word. It also has another shape because, as we said in the ha, you have either this curve or another curve. The other curve comes with letter ha, ra, mim, ya, and ha. So with these 5 letters, the connection itself would change into this move. And this move is basically the same as the way you would do it by itself. Again, you would leave the 1 point up here, then you would come back with this shape. Now note out that this end would be thicker than the other side. So here you've got this thickness, then you go up, and this should be thicker. So here you could connect it with a meme, for example, or with a hat if you had a hat. Now, the other head shape, back to this shape, you can see the difference between this one and this one. This is basically what we are talking about here. With regards to the other head shape, you've got this shape. So it is basically a circle, and it's the same thing, 1 point from the edge. You could add a hat here if you want to. And with this you could practice, like for example, to see the hat and the hat and the ayn and the hat has the same body shape. Now the note that you need to keep an eye on is that when you do the body itself, this body, it's sort of in a circular shape. So when you go down and you rotate to the left and you want to go back, this curvature is a circle curve. It is not sharp stop. It is smooth. This is the ayn at the beginning all by itself. When it comes in the middle, it changes shape a bit. And for that one, it's basically 3 moves. So you're coming from something to the right, on the right. And for this thing, you will go up to the left. So you're coming with an angle going downward. So let's say you've got a jim. You're coming from a jim. Now, the ayn starts from here. You go up, left. This is the first move. Then you go back, right, up, curve. There's a curve up here, as you can see. Then you would come back and go down. Again, you go up, left, you stop, then you curve back. This is the first, second. Then the third move is exactly the same one as the ones we just discussed. If there was a letter after it coming upward, the third move would be this one. If it was an end ayn or ayn connected to a ha, it would be this one. Again, so you've got a connected ayn, going up, stopping, going back, and there's a ba after this ayn. You will do this move, which is basically this curve. So let's put a ba, then let's do another ayn, but this time it has a jim connected to it, and here it changes into this shape, this curvature. There's a difference in this side of the letter. So this is the ayn at the middle or at the end. It has the same shape basically, but at the end you will have the end shape in it. For practice, you could write these words. Let's do ujab, which means something amazing or something abnormal. إن هذا لشيء عجاب. So we start with this ayn, and it's connected to a jim. So we are going down with it, and I'm going to connect it to this shape. The jim is connected to an alif, so I'm using this shape, going up, adding the head of the ayn. Finally, I'm going to add the ba. And this would be ujab. We could write Arar, which is the name of a city in the northern region of Saudi Arabia. So Ayn, Ra, Ayn and Ra. Now it has to be bigger than this one. Ayn, Ra, leaving the 1 point, then going back, then another Ayn and Ra. Arar. We could write, for example, Asir to see the other move. So for Asir, which means hard, going up, then down, and here we have a Sin, going back, I'm going to use this Ya and this Ra basically, the small one. And I forgot a nebula here. So you've got 3 nebulat for the Sin, then 1 for the Ya. So this is Asir. Let's try finally Atar, which means perfume. Ayn, Ta, and Ra. So there you go. You've got these words to practice with, and the Ayn in the middle, you could write Su'al or Sa'al or Sa'al. You've got Sin. You can actually use this shape of a Sin. Let's write Sa'ir. Up and down. And this is Sa'ir. This is the nebula for the Ya. So yeah, go ahead, practice these words, and keep in mind the angle of the writing and the Diwani Jali. And yeah, I hope this video was beneficial for you, and see you in the next one. This has been Ammar Al-Awdi. Like, share and subscribe to the channel, and have a lovely day, evening or night. Goodbye.